Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Fishhooks here, playing some Kerbal Space Program yet again, because I love it. Now, I'm going to make an admittance here. I got really tunnel visioned. I really wanted to do this Mun-base mission next, and I'm still going to do it, but I got really focused on it and spent basically all my money. I'm down to less than 400k of credits at the moment after I think I was at 1.3, so I've spent $1 million trying to do this stupid Mun-base, and so in doing so, what I upgraded my space plane hangar and my astronaut complex, and I think I did the launch pad. So I spent tons of money trying to build this elaborate base that I think is just ahead of what I should be doing. And so I'll go ahead and show you. I've built a more basic version of the base that will be part of a future installment, but I want to show you kind of what it looks like anyway, just real quickly. We're not going to focus on this today, but basically everything you see in the center here from here on up. So I'll just take the rest of it off. Oh, never mind. But this top part here with 3 landing cans and a science station are basically my my moon base right now that I want to land. But basically I was hard up for cash, and so what I'm going to do instead is I've gone back to the mission to the missions here and thought, what can I do with what I have now? And so I've accepted a bunch of new missions, and we're going to do some of this stuff. It does involve us landing on the moon again, but so we're going to go land on the moon. So we're not going to do this one, right? But we're going to land on the moon. We're going to plant a flag there. We're going to send science back. Then on the way back, I'm going to see if I can't do a flyby of, or is it an orbit? So I need to get an orbit and do a spacewalk and then return, right? So I'm going to try to do that on my return from the moon. Furthermore, while at the moon, I'm going to try to rescue a dude, or 2 dudes who are stuck up there, right? So what am I going to use to do this? Well, remember our tugboat? Well, I have made improvements to it. So we're going to pull up Lander 3. All right, so check this out. I have made a new version of the tugboat and the lander, right? The key difference being, I want you to notice on the back of the, let's pull this around to the sunlight. Alright, so look at this bad boy. Remember the weak point that we had before. It was doing all that shaking around for a couple of reasons. Number one, the gimbling was killing me. So notice I've got gimbling turned off. And then number 2, there was so much mass back here that was fighting with the mass up here with a weak connection point. And so what I've done is designed a new connector. We'll spin this around so you can see it better. I've designed a new connector that's really freaking hard to dock, but I got it done. But it's a triple connector of the larger variety. So instead of using the little juniors, I'm now using the big boys and 3 of them. So this is rock solid, boys. It makes a connection that don't quit. But again, it makes it really hard to dock. These 3 gravitational fields that it creates are a pain in the butt for docking. So you'll probably see some sped up footage the next time I need to dock these 2 craft together, because it's a real pain. But when it comes to long distance travel, stability I think is better than convenience, and so we're just dealing with it. But I love this ship. I think it looks great. I'm excited about it. And I think it's just a quality platform. The one thing I did forget, but it doesn't seem to have mattered yet, is I didn't do vertical strutting like I kind of wanted to do, or I guess horizontal strutting. I'm looking at it in this orientation. But I didn't do strutting laterally along the spine here. So without that, I'm worried still a little bit about flex. But again, in in the docking maneuvers and in pulling it around, I haven't seen any issues. So another thing was I had improved the launch platform a little bit to where this got into space better, and I learned how to use fairings for both of these. So I'd never used fairings before, just they weren't part of the game back in the day. And so when I launched these, they had big aerodynamic fairings on both of them that I think really helped me get into orbit more efficiently. So that's cool. But let's think about this. So what do we want to do? We need to go to the moon and rescue 2 people. So first question is, do I have room for 2 people? Right now I have 2 folks on here, and I think they're both in the landers, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, those are both landers. And then I thought I had room on here for more. Crap. It's always something, man. In my redesign, I forgot to put the crew compartment back on here. Well, choices then. I could send up a small support craft with crew compartments, or grab the other tugboat, send the other tugboat. That's probably what I'll do, is send the other tugboat out there. Yeah, let's do that. Let's send both tugboats to the moon. All right, so first thing we need to do is get to the moon with both of these things, and then we'll try to pull them together. Yeah, okay, let's get to the moon. Looks pretty good. We'll run with that. And we'll, after we do this burn, we'll do another burn for the puller, or for tugboat 1, I think it is. All right, so we're going to do 2 missions at the same time here. Watch how stable this thing is when I fire it up. It's great. I also took the moment to fix a couple aesthetic issues, like the radiator panels aren't intersecting with the engines anymore. I even set up action groups. Check this out. I'm going to push number 1. Look at that. Look at that. All the panels and stuff go away. I love it. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's warp up to the node. Oh, node. Oop. Look at that. Steady as a friggin' rock, man. I'm still going to try to be really efficient with fuel on this mission, just because we're trying to go to Mun-base as well. But I'm just trying to get cash rich again on this one. So this mission should end with our lander landing back on Kerbal. And when I do that, depending on my fuel situation, I am going to try to do a polar landing just to get that little bit of extra science. Because I've never been up there. I don't really mess with the space plane stuff much, so I haven't explored Kerbal hardly at all. And there's a little bit of science to be had by doing it. Okay, that looks good. Now, let's switch craft to Tugboat 1. Let's also get it on an intercept. So we got one dude in here. It can support only one more though. Crap. And I don't have another lander. I do have computer controls on this, so I could dock with the space station. I think... Okay, I have an idea. We're going to strand someone on the surface of the moon. That will, you know what though, we'll use that later as a marker for our base. How's that? There we go. That way we'll practice some precision landing later. So set him as a target, and where are we at relative to our node? Bad placement. See if we can't go ahead and correct our inclination while we're at it. I think we'll need to push other way. Okay, looks like a pretty good inclination adjustment there. Combined maneuvers, a little more efficient. Lunar periaps of 623. Yeah, looks good. So let's get oriented here. And then we'll time warp around. And then we'll just be careful about the insertion to make sure we get, you know, both of them in. They should both get there about the same time. Okay, let's warp around. Notice the inclination burn's requiring me to burn a little up and away here. Can't believe I forgot to put the crew compartment on the better tugboat. Oh well. Live and learn. It's better in every other way though. Just forgot something. And I remember taking it off now because of redesigning the nose, and then it just didn't occur to me to put it back on. I just didn't think of it. How are we doing on fuel on this thing? I didn't even look. Probably should have thought of that before. Oof. Well, okay. So, this thing's not going to the moon, is it? Did I just burn retrograde? Oh, this is really, really bad. I must be controlling from the wrong angle. This thing's gonna crash. Okay, changing plans. Let's just put this thing back in a parking orbit. We'll probably have to scratch our plan to collect those two Kerbals on the same mission. We'll have to do a separate mission for that, I think. But we should make enough cash on the... I can't believe I did that. We should make enough cash... Get up there. Yes, okay, good. It's an orbit. It's an ugly orbit, but it's an orbit. Okay, finish the sentence, Ben. We should make enough cash using the Minmus and Moon reissues that will get me out of my cash slump woes. I can't build a ship right now hardly, right? I've only got 300 grand available to me, so that's just not enough to work with. Okay, is that Lander 3? It is. Switch 2. Let's ensure that we've still got a good intercept happening. Yes, we do. Periaps of 692. May as well go ahead and bring that down. See if I throttle. Brings it down. Good. Angled toward prograde. It's doing a nice job. I think what was going on there with our other tugboat was simply the fact that to change the orbital plane the way I wanted it, I had to burn reverse. I think it was flipping my rotational vector so that I might have been orbiting clockwise or counterclockwise. I'm not sure. I wasn't paying close enough attention, so who cares? Moving on with life. Moving on with life. Oh, you know what we can do? We can still grab these guys and just put them on the ladders, and they can ride on the exterior of the spacecraft back to orbit, and then I can send up a rescue mission to get them out of orbit from Kerbin. It's a dirty trick. I might even quick save and see if I can land with them on the ladders. That's scary. We'll test how silly Kerbal physics are in a minute, I guess. I might try that. I'll do a quick save and try it, see if it works. Come on down. How are we doing on gas? I think we're in great shape. Let's bring this down to around 20,000 or so. This is going to be a landing, so may as well bring it in low. 15. All right, 14.5 works. Let's warp to here. Getting close to that moon. We're landing on ya, baby. I think we're going to target this crater. So there's if you're not familiar, there's a Easter egg, a couple of them on the moon actually. There's an arch somewhere. There's a monolith like in 2001: A Space Odyssey, and then right over here somewhere there is a memorial, like a monument memorial to Neil Armstrong. I'd love to land next to that memorial and then have my strand my Kerbal there and then have my Mun-base be built there as Armstrong base, as it were, which I'm certain is going to be the name of the first real base to be there. I'm not getting any. I closed my panels. Can I extend them? Yeah. Go. Check yo panels. I'm still learning how to use action groups. I've just never done it before. And so that was a learning experience right there. Just the coolest ship. Notice how stable it was? Like there's none of that flex that was happening in my first version of the tugboat. Alright, so let's circularize this bad boy. We're pointing retrograde now. And we'll try to circularize right at 15. And before we detach, we'll do a quick save for the just in cases. Little attention to detail mistakes I've been making. It's probably prudent. Oh, crap. See? Attention to detail, kids. Should I just go ahead? You know what? I should just go ahead and land here. What's my velocity? 691. Quick save. Undock. Alright, now you need to get back into orbit though. So let's... Which one am I controlling right now? Let's get this thing pointed prograde. Stupid mistakes I'm making though are gonna kill me if I keep it up. Alright, so let's get it past the periapsis, and then we'll slow it down here-ish. But first, I think we need to land. So let's get our lander, please. Having trouble switching to my lander. There we go. Okay, how fast are we coming in? Point me retrograde, please. 745 meters per second, 11,000 meters. Slow it down. Oh, turn on the engines. Crap! Ah! Activate. No, stop. Activate. 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 Crap, I don't even have full fuel on this thing. Oh, this is so unprepared. Sloppiest mission ever. I think we're going to be reverting that quick save in a minute. That's what I think. We're going way too fast to be seeing a shadow. I think I accidentally happened to fall here into a highlands area. So the altitude that I have to play with is even less than I'd like. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Stop yourself. Ah! No. Kablingo blango. Perfect landing. Nailed it. Nice. Revert. Alright. So, what we're thinking is maybe we don't want to try to land right now. Let's fix our orbital insertion. We're going to skim the surface here. This is the first time we're trying it. I guarantee you this isn't a redo or anything. What do you mean quick save? What quick save? Someone quick saved? Cheaters. Cheaters. We're going to skim the surface here. We'll set it to... Just skim that bad boy, baby. 6,000. That'll work. Now we'll get pointed retrograde, and as soon as we get past the periapsis, we'll break into orbit, and we'll try this whole situation again. Just, Ben, could you do this worse? Hold my beer. Let's go ahead and warp here. Ooh, we are down among them. Boy, that's close. Okay, that should put us right at or past the periapsis. Yep. So now we brake. Alright, so our periapsis is currently 6,000. Let's bring the apoapsis down to about the same. We'll just have a really low orbit, which is fine. Should just make it easier to dock again later. Except to say that time acceleration will be really hampered, but that's alright. Or you know what, we'll bring the apoapsis down to match. Nah, okay, we want to make the landing as easy as possible at this juncture, so... Probably have to do a slight correction up here, just to make sure the periapsis isn't too low for the tugboat that's going to be remaining orbiting. So yeah, you know what, we'll circularize at 10. We'll bring this down to 10,000 meters, and then we'll correct this up to 10,000 meters. I know, hot mess today, kids. Hot mess. I'll actually leave. We've got another quick save in our near future here. .30's fine. So I think what we're going to do now is we're going to undock the lander and let that be its... No, we're not. I want to try to land in the daytime. I wonder if I can deorbit Pattis here with his rocket pack, his EVA pack. That'd be interesting. Okay, that'll work for me. Now let's go ahead and decouple. You know what? Hold on. Quick save. Not a cheater. Am I undocked or what? There it goes. Let's drift apart here and think about our landing. So right now, okay, so the Neil Armstrong situation, if I want to try to get lucky here, I am flying over it. There's this crescent, and then there are these 3. All right, if I'm not mistaken, it's right here. So we're going to try to land there. If not, it'll be pretty close, and maybe we can build a rover later. And before we do the station, we'll try to rove to it and use that as our marker for bringing the station down. So maybe that's our next, one of our next things is a rover for there. All right, because I don't know why, but it's an Easter egg and I want it. Let's get pointed retrograde. We got Caffrey flying us here. This will be Caffrey's first trip to the moon. And let's go ahead and activate some engines. At least this is better than the last attempt where I came in at just stupid velocities. Slightly smarter. It's not the Kerbal way. It's about perfect. It's right here somewhere. Speed things up. Hey, Kerbal rice. Love it. There's Homeboy lost in space up there. Only 9 kilometers away. I could rescue right now, but I'm not going to. It's more important to me that I land on this moon. Missing it pretty handily. I'm pretty sure it's right there somewhere. So I might burn prograde just a little bit to shoot a little longer. And that's going to come back down whenever I start doing my braking. I think it's right there. I really do. Just based on a YouTube video that I saw one time. If we don't make the pinpoint landing, again, okay. We're going to strand a Kerbal here, and then that'll be our marker for the moon base. I mean, that way I don't have to take someone back, right? It's just easier. Yeah, that's right. I don't work for real NASA. Okay. Oh, we need to be slowing down. Probably need to collapse these radiators. I'm worried about them getting broken off. Did I misjudge this again? Am I coming in way too fast again? Well, this is a hilly area. I think we're going to clear this and then land in this valley. Coming in way short of where I wanted to be. Alright. That's what rovers are for. Yeah, what is that? Could just be a rock. I might cruise over there, see what it is. Suicide burn. Slightly better landing this time, huh? under 6 meters per second. Protect the gear. Stabilize. Good. What the heck was that? Is that a part? Is that a part that came off to my spacecraft? Who built this thing? Alright, we have landed. What's my thing? 2? 0. Aha. Okay, so I just ran all my science experiments. The action groups. Transmit or recover scientific data from the surface of the moon. If I transmit this, perfect. Keep that, 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 keep. Got a lot of science on here, buddy. All right, now let's do a couple of EVAs. What are you? Oh, okay. Spacecraft in orbit. Give me that EVA action. EVA report, baby. Same thing over here. I want you to... Alright, get both of them back on board. And now let's review the scientific data. I'm not sure if this will allow me to do both of them or not. Ah, bummer. It's okay. That just helped the old science, though. I've gained 50 science just from those transmissions. Now, what let's do, I want to go here. I wonder if that's close enough for some spacewalking. It seems really, really far. Toward the sun.
Be careful when you're with that woman.
Bob, you're going to be staying on the moon for a bit.
You should know that.
Why not? Why don't we go ahead and have you exit the craft and back out and run toward the sun.
Hey, yo!
You know what? Let's quick save in case we change our mind on this stupid thing. It's been a long time since I've done this sort of thing. These EVA packs, if I'm not mistaken, have enough oomph to get a guy back into orbit without a ship. There's no way he's got enough EVA to get all the way to the memorial. But we're going to go that direction. He's getting stranded here anyway. Gotta gain some altitude here, get over these minor inconveniences of hills. It's a lot faster than walking though, isn't it, Bob? through about 25% of his propellant, a little more than that. Having a good time, bro? Good stuff. Alright, let's do the whole slide on your face trick for some extra distance without using EVA. Gotta be careful not to land them too hard, too fast. Nice. Oof. Comfortable. Doing good. Looking good, pal. You're looking really good. Keep it up. Those are some smooth maneuvers. I wonder if he broke his EVA pack there. Oh no, there we go. Dead. Yeah, I don't think that's a good way of doing it. I think the next thing we do is we land a rover here that Bob can take. Yeah, we'll land a rover that Bob can take to go find the Armstrong Memorial, and then we will take the moon base to wherever that is, which is that way a bit. Yeah, that's our plan, man. So now we have the capacity here to take surface sample. I should store that back. Why can't I plant a flag? Does it take a pilot to plant a flag? I think that's one of my missions, right? Yeah, plant a flag on the moon. Yeah, I guess it takes a pilot to plant a flag. Little things I don't know sometimes. Let's see here. Bob's new home. Left here for the betterment of all mankind. Cool. Did I do an EVA report? So we've planted a flag, we've done EVA reports. Now we need to get our good man Caffrey back onto the vessel, the nuclear vessel. This part's tricky. I should have put some like landing ladders or something instead of those fuel tanks there. Get up, fool. What would Schwarzenegger say? Get up. There we go. Board. All right, so you're on board now. Let's review our stored data. we're going to EVA Bob again just real quickly so that he can store what data he has. Oh, keep data. I don't want to take the data. I want to store it there. Okay, that's a surface sample. We're going to keep that on there. Did I already do crew reports? Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess Bob's getting out here. And don't worry, Bob. We won't leave you behind. Wait, what's this flag say? Thanks, Caffrey. You made me a nice flag. Oh, how sweet. What's it say? Read plaque. Let's see. Stranded here for the betterment of all Kerbal kind. What? Ah! Ha ha ha! Sucker! I'll fly low here. Really want to pay attention and see if I see the Armstrong Memorial while we burn into lunar orbit. I think it's right about here. So I don't know if we'll be able to see anything from 8,000 meters, but it should be right around here somewhere. I'm doing on fuel. Lower on fuel than I'd like. I'm a little worried about the Mun-base mission, but I'm pretty sure we can make it work. As long as this thing can get back into orbit of the moon. Pause it right there. Let's just keep a lookout here. Where am I at on the surface? Should be passing over at any second now. I don't know if we'll be able to see it from this altitude. But it's a pretty big beast, you know, based on what I've seen on the YouTubes. Yeah, I'm probably just too high to see it. I think what we'll do is we'll drop a rover down where Bob was left, and then we'll drive it over in this direction and find the memorial, and then that will be our target to build the base. Yeah, we're way too high to see it now. Yeah, we passed where I think it is already. Poor Bob, left behind. Hope you got oxygen, bruh. We do have a quick save back there just in case I'm not able to get into orbit here. I'm sure I will be able to, but just in case. Is that it there? I see a thing. That doesn't look natural right over there. I bet you that's it. I bet you that's it right over there. So, Bob, you're going to go toward the sun, but to the left whenever you do this. Alright, let's look at our orbital insertion and see if we've got enough fuel for it. Just get into orbit. Any orbit will do. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. There we go. That works. That works. Okay, so now we need to rendezvous the tugboat and then try to capture Pattis here, and then we'll burn out and try to get Danvin on our way to Minmus. Assuming the Minmus thing happens this mission. It's going to depend on fuel once we get rejoined. But we're doing okay. We're doing okay for not having planned this very well. But I think about it, we've already gotten 2 of our missions done, right? Didn't we? Rescue Durin. Plant flag. Where's the one about... plant flag, got it. Science data, okay, got it. Cool, so those things have been done. How much money we got now? We've gained 200,000 monies. Alright, let's switch over to our tugboat now. Where are you at, tugboat? There you are. No, not set as target, unset. Switch to. Now, I don't have a ladder or anything to grab onto here. I don't have any way of entering it. So I can't go after the stranded Kerbal first. I have to go get the lander first. Yeah, okay. So we'll go back to map mode, zoom on in, and focus on our lander. Set that as our target. This sucks because I'm really close to him right now. So it'll be a lot easier to do that, but it's alright. Control locked, what does that mean? Am I out of battery power again? Or am I still at time acceleration? Why is control locked? Hibernation off. Don't tell me this thing can't be flown all of a sudden. Crap. Let's get it back in the sunlight. Maybe it's an electrical thing. Shouldn't be. There we go. Let's try it again. Add maneuver. Kilometers at 85 meters per second. That's pretty good. We'll go with that. As long as it doesn't do anything funny to my apoapsis and periapsis. No, we're good. Oop, almost overshot. Don't want to burn straight into the surface of the moon at this low orbit, especially with how high some of these mountains were over here that we were messing around with. Did that super early. I don't know what the deal is with my attention to detail today. I think I was looking at that craft. Kill the maneuver node and see how we did. RCS on. I feel like we've got a little more RCS fuel to burn than we do standard propellant. That'll work. 5-kilometer approach. Turn off RCS, please. Poor Bob. Oh well. Alright. So, let's go ahead and warp around. Warp to here. And then we'll dock with the lander. Target. Let's point retrograde against the target. Where are you at? There it is. Somewhere. I just saw it. Where'd it go? Okay. Where is the actual target? Okay, there's the pointing towards, so that means I need to point. I need to decelerate here. This distance, I should go ahead and accelerate toward the target now. So it should be relatively close to the prograde marker. Yeah. So we'll burn just below it a little bit to drive. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to burn above it a little bit. Shoot. Why am I so bad at this today? Pretty good approach speed, and then as we get closer we'll burn in toward it. Let me check what my intercept distance is. .8 right now. to bring that in closer. So we're going to force this down. That's a lot better. So we'll wait until we're about 1.4 and then we'll bring it in even closer. And then you get to see how difficult this thing is to dock. The triple docking solution is really hard to use. I mean, it's stable, but the trade-off is difficulty. Second is good. This should be the last of our full-on engine burning. We'll do the rest of it with RCS. Decelerating here, 4 meters per second. We'll leave it at that for this approach. Let's go ahead and point. Okay. Now the trick is, as I get in closer, I need to rotate. I need to rotate to where the 3 docking ports line up with one another. So that's the trick. I probably should have used like a fin or something to put a marker on it so that I could line up 2 externally visible markers. That's probably a good design idea for the next time around that I do something like this, but I didn't think about that. I didn't think about it until just now. Bring it down to 3 meters per second. When I get this in close, like 10 meters to go, we'll go off to a side view like this and then try to rotate to get the docking ports aligned and then just super slowly nudge it in. It's the only way I made it happen before. I had a bunch of failed attempts getting it done the first time. but hopefully I've learned how to make it better. Through that first attempt. Successful though it was frustrating. I thought perhaps there was a fatal flaw, like maybe Kerbal didn't allow you to use triple ports like this. But it worked. It's just finicky. Let's bring it down to 1 meter per second. Turn on my lights. Does this not have lights? It does. There we go. One meter per second. Let's look at where things are. I'm gonna get this control from here and do a little roll program here. Relatively close. Bring it in super duper slow here in just a moment. Meters to go, roundabout. Oh crap, I'm docking on the wrong side. You know what, it'll be interesting to see how well it pushes. We're not going to change this. Look at me and my attention to detail again. Jeez, Operation Attention to Detail, Ben. It'll be interesting to see how well it pushes. Because that'll tell me things about being able to take a series of these things. You know, if I wanted to have multiple pullers. When you're in a mistake-prone mode some days, you just try to use the mistakes as learning opportunities. That looks really close, I think, as far as the general alignment goes. About as good as an approach as I can get. Let's be ready to do one last little braking RCS shot. I think I'm drifting a bit. Falling off a little bit. Let's get pointed back down. Get in there. Get in there. Yes! Firstest try. Look at that. Okay, now we may as well think about fuel here. How much we got? Half, 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 0. Basically nothing over here. Let's think about rescuing Homeboy here, and then if we're able to rescue Homeboy, we will look at going to Mun-base. No guarantees yet. So I'm just really worried about fuel at this point. Okay, so if we want to rescue Homeboy, we want to... Where are we at now? We're going to burn here. Where are the intercept points? The heck altitude is he cruising around at? 11,000. And what am I at? Presently at 22. Okay, I see. I'm worried that this is putting me on a suborbital flight. I guess it isn't. Okay. So that puts me 5.1 away, 3.8 away with a periapsis of 10,000. Is that right? Let's do the burn and see. 192 meters per second delta V though. Man, I feel like that's a lot for this intercept, but what's going to be our delta velocity? 213. Geez, this feels terribly inefficient. We're not going to do that one. This one feels better. 56 meters per second delta V and closing at 84. Okay, we can handle that. That's 120 or so meters per second, or 130 meters per second total delta V. Can handle that one. I think the reason I couldn't control this before is because I think under the current modeling that they have for computer controlled ships, you have to have communications connection with Kerbal. So building a network of satellites at some point is likely to be important. Oh, I need to change to control from here. Going around the horn. Do I have any science I can run? Wrong button. Keyed in, and what is it, 2 for science? Let's do a quick save here. Trying to remember. See, that's why we did our quick save. I accidentally undocked. I had a action group set for undocking, and that's exactly what I didn't want to do. So. Nothing good. Okay. Did I just reset all of my moon landing science? I hope I didn't. There was lots of good science there. And I can always re-get it whenever I land my moon base, but I hope I didn't. Again, attention to friggin' detail. So I was clicking refresh over and over. No, reset. Okay, good. Review data. No, I've still got it. Okay, keep. Why am I so scattered today? Alright, 7 minutes. We're going to do a 56 meter per second delta V change. We're not pointed directly at the ground. No. Okay, we're pointed prograde. Get perfectly aligned here. Be as efficient as possible with fuel so that I can get out to Mun-base on a free return. That's the plan. All right. I think I just lost connection with Kerbal. Goodness gracious. So many complications. I need a network of satellites out here. Always, you know, if I had, like, I don't know, 3 of them in polar orbit, that would probably do the trick. But I guess I can't do anything. Oh no, it's controlling. Why did it lose it then just now? The second I went into the shadow, it just stopped controlling. Okay, that's good enough. Let's see where we're at. Really bad. RCS. I'm going to turn off SAS. Experiment. .3 kilometers is the number. And that's close enough. I'll slow it down to maybe 40 meters per second of delta, and then we'll just have our dude. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna give you some vertigo there. All right, let's flip over to our guy who we're trying to intersect with. Where is he at? I want to switch to. Okay, view and tracking station. I guess we'll switch to that guy. Why can't I fly it? Well, that sucks. You can't fly it. I wanted to select him, but I guess you have to wait until you get close enough. Okay, no biggie. I guess I need to reset the target. Where are you at? 4.4 kilometers. Let's get pointed. Pointed retrograde. Looked like it was a really stable burn, by the way. Of course, I don't think I was watching this, so we'll watch it this time. everything's super stable. It's great. Where'd Homeboy go? There he is. Okay, let's make sure our orbit is good. Apoapsis of 26, periapsis of 3. That is not great. Just try to null this rate. Periapsis I'm a little more comfortable with, at least 6,000. Okay, 6 and 15. Alright, that'll work. Now we should be close enough to switch over. And then have you EVA, my friend. Find our rescue craft. Find our rescue craft. Where's it at? Okay, straight toward the moon, buddy. Here it is. Now you get to ride inside the lander because you're cool like that. Got my little headlights on. Suit lights. Close. Prepare to slow down here. Okay, you're aiming for that red hatch there, buddy. And board, please. Made it. Okay, now we've got that one. So let's quick save again. First, let's check our orbit. Unset target. Next thing we want to do is try to get Davin's pod. Our current periapsis and apoapsis are both clear of the ground. That's good. So we will quick save. Set this as our target. And Davin's gonna, if we can get there, Davin's going to ride on the outside of the ship for a bit. We're going to add a maneuver where we're going to change our inclination. So we're going to push down and away. 141 meters per second worth of delta V. What kind of intersects are we looking at here? Ooh. Almost got one. What you got? 2.5 kilometers. What a huge delta V though. 685 meters per second. I don't think I like that. Alright, what we'll do is we'll just... Oops. We'll do the adjustment. Oh, is it opposite orbit? Oh, he's in a counterclockwise orbit. That's why it's so different. I'm certain I don't have enough to reverse the direction of my orbit. Well, how do I want to do this? Or more specifically, do I want to do this? Yeah. I'm thinking that we're going to get these two guys and we'll have to do a separate mission for Mun-base. I think we're making enough here though, and augmenting the roster is not a bad thing, so we'll focus on getting Homeboy here. This will... No, I don't have enough fuel to do this. How much? Total delta V that I guess I have remaining is... around 500. So I've got a little less than 600 meters per second worth of delta V left in this thing. Seems a bit more efficient. I think what we'll do is plan on doing some aero braking with the lander. We'll transfer some fuel back into the lander and we'll separate early. Yeah, okay. So we're going to separate the lander here and do a slight correction burn and create an elliptical orbit with the tugboat. I think that's our current plan. But we've made some mission objectives here. I mean, it didn't get it all done, but of course we're not done yet. So let's just focus on finishing it out smartly. Dear God, the cat is singing the song of its people. Okay, and 11 minutes, so we'll speed it up. So low to the ground that oh, Jesus, cat. Sorry, guys. I'm obviously not a cat person. Can you tell? Oof, that's so low. I need to take a screenshot once we do our burn. Should have done one down on the ground when I was messing around with Bob, abandoning him like a jerk. Alright, so what we're going to do is go ahead and do our burn and then separate the craft right away. That'll put the lander on a trajectory toward Kerbin for some aerobraking maneuvers. I need to disable these engines. Make sure I'm controlling from the right place. I know that looks like we're accelerating and that doesn't make sense, but we're not. We're decelerating relative to Kerbin. We're accelerating relative to the moon. Current perhaps at 66,000. So just a little more tweaking. 55,000 should be fine for aerobraking. Alright. Now let's go ahead and do we want a quick save without a stable orbit? No, we don't. So we're going to go ahead and separate here. And I guess I don't know what 2 did. I don't remember what that action group is. Undock, there it is. It's staying connected. Yes, back off please. Cool. What did that just do to that orbit? 44,000. So we'll correct that in a minute. I've got quite a bit of monoprop in here. I wonder if I can make adjustments here that would change where I'm landing on the planet, because I really wanted to do that orbital insertion over the pole, but just the way things have worked out, that isn't going to be the case. So if I burn up, it burns me out of that gas this way. actually is making a pretty significant difference, isn't it, in the inclination? Okay, so we're pretty well separated from this guy. Let's go ahead and flip back over to it, and let's correct this orbit so that it isn't so... like 200,000, maybe 300,000 meters. It's actually using a lot of the monocrop. I need to set up a refueler for this thing. Put it at 250. I didn't take my screenshot. Oh well. Alright, you've got a periapsis of 64,000 meters. We want to increase that, I think. So let's turn... I'm sorry, we want to decrease that for aerobraking purposes. So if I point...
If love had a sound,
retrograde...
this would be that sound.
Retrograde and... this way. I think I'm just not going to worry about trying to get to the pole. Not with RCS thrusters at this distance. I just don't think it's going to work properly. Maybe a smarter person than I can get it done, but I'm not that person. Alright, with this, we'll bring it on in. I'm not doing a quick save just in case things go terribly. I can revert back to where I'm docked. But at the end of this, we'll bring home a ton of science, we'll make some money, and we'll have a new Kerbal, who is what role? An engineer. Little difference. RCS thrusters made that happen. Hey, look, a planet. Okay, let's go ahead and retract everything. Should do it all. Yeah, looks like it. And retrograde, RCS off. And as we get to burning up in the atmosphere, we'll brake. Or, you know what, we'll just brake at our periapsis, which is 58,000. We're definitely not landing this time around. It occurs to me that this redesign has a couple fewer... No, it doesn't. There they are. I forgot. I was thinking that I might have removed drogue chutes from this, but I didn't. We're good. Just turn on 2 engines. Didn't even catch any air there, hardly. That wasn't much of an aero brake. Well, yeah, it was. Got us down to 5 million. So we'll probably have to do a couple of pass-throughs. It's okay. It's a good approach. Acceleration won't let me go any faster here. Let's do it again. Get pointed retrograde, and let's see what's going on with the apoapsis this time. Periapsis is still 58. Apoapsis dropping. Suppose we can go ahead and fire RCS thrusters. Slow us down that much more. Let's see, I'm facing... Looks like a base or something right there. I wonder if that's another Easter egg, like another Kerbal Space Center. I believe there are a couple more on the planet. I believe there are about 60 monoprop left. This is making a big difference. It'll come down eventually. RCS off. Let's just accelerate. Remember when that felt like a long way? How far we've come. Alright, periapsis is still 58. So, I mean, the aero braking is working, it's just, it's kind of slow going. I'm amazed at how much I constantly get myself into fuel conservation problems. I guess I'm just not good at estimating that. God, the periapsis is hardly going down. I'll tell you, we are going to go into fast forward mode here and get this bad boy slowed down. Alright, welcome back everyone. As you can see here, we've done a bunch of braking maneuvers, and I did a little RCS adjustment at the Apple axis to bring it down further. And now we are going through re-entry. We're a little worried about heat here, but I've seen basically this lander make it before, so I'm hopeful. Unfortunately, I don't have any more ability to brake. I've got some RCS thruster monopropellant left, but I don't think that'll really do anything for us. I think this will be the insertion, though. The periapsis is continuing to go down pretty quickly. I think we'll be looking at a water landing, most likely, unless we happen to hit this peninsula. I expect that we're going to hit out here somewhere. Nothing's exploded yet. It's good. Alright, landing cameras engaged. We're losing speed nicely. I think this will be a successful landing. Sometimes, man, with any kind of career-focused game, you always have crunch moments where you make a mistake that makes you resource poor. And I'm glad that I've managed to recover quite a bit. You know, I haven't even landed yet, and I've doubled my money by combining missions. And so I was hoping to get all of these done during this session, but obviously that's not going to happen. It looks like we're getting a desert landing. Unless that really retracts, I think we're getting a desert landing here, which is a new biome. We haven't got any data from there yet. What if I do a crew report right now? Showing Kerbin's upper atmosphere. What are we looking like? Yeah. So we'll wait. We'll trust this trajectory here, and we'll wait until a pretty low altitude, and we'll fire our chutes. I mean, I don't think really trigger off until pretty late. 2500, so let's see. It's going to be a water landing. I guess it doesn't matter now. Alright, drogue chutes deploy. Let's hope we get into the desert peninsula there. Oh well. Sorry, I accidentally clicked off screen. Bunch more shoots I can fire. Believe you me. I still have more shoots I can fire. Really don't even need the last set. We'll deploy them anyway when we get down to, I don't know, 100 meters to go. Land ho! Lots of shoots. Alright, so we're covering that vessel. It's going to bring us a lot of good stuff from the moon. 525 science total now. So I got 384 from the moon. I recovered 46 grand worth of parts. And we've got a new crew member. And Caffrey earned a lot of new stuff. So that was relatively successful. Look back at our missions. We still need to rescue Danvin from the moon. So the next intercept we'll do a clockwise rotation of the moon. We'll plan on that, and then we'll meet up with him, and then take him to Mun-base orbit, and then back. Let's see here. What else is going on in Mun-base? Position of satellite. No, that's not a bad idea. We should bring along a satellite. So that one, science data from around Mun-base, yes. Alright, so what we're going to be doing next time in our next adventure is we're gonna head back to the moon once again. We're going to rescue Danvin, the guy that we left behind there, in orbit, that is, not the one we left on the surface. We're going to position a satellite so that we no longer have those communication blackouts. And we'll probably do that in a weird elliptical orbit so that it mostly contacts, maybe even a polar orbit if it's not too inconvenient. We're also going to go do an orbit of Mun-base and come back. Now, before we do any of that, though, I'm going to go ahead and set up the lander with the with a satellite, and then put that in space. But then we're not going to actually do that mission until after I refuel our tugboat. So I'm going to build a refueler to get up to the moon for that. So I'll probably do a montage of those 2 builds next time around. So for now, I hope you've enjoyed. We've done a lot this episode, so I appreciate it. I hope you had fun. I sure did. Fish hooks out.